Doing this for a very long time and you may not have even realized it. Anytime you do a word problem, you're taking those words and turning it into a math problem so that you can solve it. Today we're going to actually look at algebraic expressions. Before we get started with an algebraic expression, we need to know a few things. A variable. You will be taking these notes on the teacher side. So to get started, a variable is a letter or symbol that represents an unknown amount that can vary, and that's where the word variable comes from. It has the word vary in it, and vary just means to change. An algebraic expression, which we're going to be looking at, we've been working just with mathematical expressions, just number expressions, and now we're going to be turning them into algebraic expressions. Algebra deals with unknowns. So an algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase involving these variables, and it also deals with numbers and operations. So when you're doing algebraic expressions, you're going to see some variables, which will be using letters. You're going to see numbers just like in regular expressions, and our four operations, which are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Let's go ahead and start with an example. We're going to keep it pretty simple today in this video. 5 plus a number. This would be my word phrase. We are going to practice turning this word phrase into an algebraic expression. Remember, back on our notes, algebra just deals with unknowns. What do you know from this? I want you to know the number 5. You also know what plus represents. Which operation is that? It's addition. And then a number. Do we know the number? No. So we're going to make it a letter because it's our unknown. 5 plus a number. We don't know what that number is, but we're going to be learning how to use these to solve for unknowns. So it's as simple as that, just writing an expression today. So we're going to look at some more examples of some expressions. Operation of addition. Some things you might see in the word phrases. You might see a number plus 4. And just to remind you, this could be any number, okay? So a number plus 4, so this would be probably your key part, a number plus. That lets you know you're doing addition. Anytime you see a number added to, put another number, but this is your key phrase, a number added to. And this little guy right here, these numbers could be any numbers, okay? But for the sake of it, these are your key phrases. A number plus or a number added to will always tell you to do addition. For subtraction, the operation of subtraction, some key word phrases could be a number minus, be anything. Let's say 7, a number minus 7. So there's your key, a number minus, and then this, like I said, could be anything. Or you might see a number less, or any number, a number less 8. This is your key phrase. A number less means subtraction. And that is just the number I decided to use. For multiplication, a key word phrase you might see is 3 times a number. So here's your key phrase. And this number right here, of course, is just a number I decided to use. So the things that I've underlined would be your algebra part. They would be your unknowns. We don't know 3 times what number, we just know 3 times a number. And then for division, a key word phrase would be a number divided by. We'll use 7. Now let me show you what it would look like when I actually write the algebraic expression for these particular phrases I used with these numbers I just made up. A number plus 4, we don't know the number, so we'll put in, plus, we know 4. That's your algebraic expression. Another one, a number added to 4, we don't know the number, but we know it's added to 4, so it looks just like this one. Over here, a number minus 7, we don't know the number, but we know minus 7. And here, a number less 8, so there's the number less 8. Here we know for multiplication, there are two ways we can do multiplication. 3 times a number, or because the multiplication sign looks like the letter X and algebra is about using letters for unknown, a lot of times you'll see it like this. When they're side by side, it means multiplication. So 3n is the same thing as 3 times n. 3 times an unknown, 3 times an unknown. Number divided by 7 also can have two different ways. You can either have the number divided by 7, or you can put the number on top of a fraction bar and put the known underneath, and that means division, because a fraction is actually just a division. If you think about a pie, you have divided it into pieces, and that's how you get fractions. So fraction bars just represent division.